الرحمن الرحيم
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Bismillah walhamdulillah wa salatu wa salamu ala rasulillahi wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa man wala. Dear brothers and sisters, in one way or another, for better or for worse, every one of us has a position of authority where he or she exercises some level of influence on the lives of others. Now, life experiences and the pages of history, they suggest that our likelihood to fail the test of power is more often than not. By virtue of our human construct, we have been described in the Quran as being weak and forgetful and stingy and unjust and ignorant and in a constant battle against our commanding soul. So when you add power to this mix, all forms of power abuses can be expected from this individual. And that is why we discover the pressing need of retreating to another majestic name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that will keep our behavior in check, that will keep man grounded no matter how high up the ladder of success he may ascend. And that is the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Al-Malik, the King, that has appeared in no less than 5 places in the Quran. The name of Allah, Al-Malik, along with Al-Malik and Al-Malik, which are other similar names to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, can all be traced back to a common source, Al-Malk, which is in reference to Al-Rabtu wa-Shad, the tying and the fastening of something. And that's why the Arabs refer to somebody who possesses something by saying malakahu, he owned it, due to his power and control over it. That's why Imam Ibn Kathir, he defines Al-Malik, the king, as المالك لجميع الأشياء المتصرف فيها بلا ممانعة ولا مدافعة. He is the owner, Al-Malik, the owner of all things, who executes his will over them without any resistance. So how does our knowledge of Al-Malik affect our day-to-day lives? Number one, it affects our dua. You see, if a rich businessman was to set up an office for himself in the middle of town and announces that anyone who requires a profitable business idea, interest-free loan, charity, a grant, he's to come to this office, consider how people will react. What if this office had belonged to, say, a king? I mean, just take a look at some of our behavior during the sales of festive seasons, gives you an accurate idea of how people would have reacted to this offer. Now, this offer that we have just spoken about, this example, it exists. It lends itself to you and I on a nightly basis, and it gives the opportunity that no mortal can give. From Al-Malik himself, the Messenger sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, ينزل الله إلى السماء الدنيا كل ليلة حين يقضي ثلث الليل الآخر أو الأول. Allah descends every night to the lowest heaven when 1/3 of the night has passed. And what does Allah say? أنا الملك أنا الملك من ذا الذي يدعوني فأستجيب له ومن ذا الذي يسألني فأعطيه ومن ذا الذي يستغفرني فأغفر له. Allah says, I am the king. Who is there to supplicate me so that I answer him? Who is there to beg of me so I give him? Who is there to ask forgiveness so that I may forgive him? And Allah continues like this till the day breaks. Allah says, أنا الملك, I answer dua. So call upon him, oh Allah, you are Al-Malik, Anta Al-Malik, then grant me. You are Al-Malik, so give me. You are Al-Malik, so bless me. And fill in the dotted line. How else does one's knowledge of Al-Malik affect his day-to-day life? Number two, it helps him or her surrender with contentment to the every decree of Al-Malik. So you say, why is so-and-so member of my family yet to embrace Islam despite my dua? We say it is Allah's kingdom and He hasn't given permission yet. You may say, why am I still poverty-ridden despite my efforts to make an income? We say it is Allah's kingdom. He hasn't given permission yet. Why is it that from all people I am yet to recover from my illness? They've recovered. We say it's Allah's kingdom. He hasn't given permission yet. Why is it that happy marriages have seemingly arrived at everyone's doorstep except mine? We say, Ya akhi, it's Allah's kingdom. He hasn't given permission yet. It's His kingdom. So appreciating that Al-Malik is free to do what he wishes in his kingdom is fundamental to your belief in this name. Allah said, that Maryam said, رَبِّ أَنَّا يَكُونُ لِي وَلَدٌ وَلَمْ يَمْسَسْنِي بَشَرٌ قَالَ كَذَلِكِ اللَّهُ يَخْلُقُ مَا يَشَاءُ. Mary, she said, my Lord, how can I have a child when no man has touched me? The angel said to her, such is Allah. He creates what He wills. He does what He wills. He decrees what He wills. So don't cry over spilled milk. Accept His kingship over you and your destiny. Find solace in submission to your owner, your Malik, your Malik as well. Realize that what was taken from you was not to add to His kingdom. How can that be when dominion is His, sovereignty is His? You're left therefore with just one option. It was taken away from you in order to give you. As Imam Ibn al-Qayyim, he says, فَإِنَّهُ مَا مَنَعَكَ إِلَّا لِيُعْطِيَكَ وَلَا ابْتَلَاكَ إِلَّا لِيُعَافِيَكَ وَلَا أَمْرَضَكَ إِلَّا لِيُشْفِيَكَ وَلَا أَمَاتَكَ إِلَّا لِيُحْيِيَكَ فَإِيَّاكَ أَن تُفَارِقَ الرِّضَى عَنْهُ طَرْفَةَ عَيْنٍ. Allah prevented you from matters in order to give you. And He tested you in order to grant you well-being. And He caused you to fall ill to cure you. He gave you death to give you life. So beware of ever distancing yourself, He said, from contentment for even the blinking of an eye. So allow your heart to rest, proceed with positivity, and submit to every decree by Al-Malik. How else does one's knowledge of Al-Malik affect his day-to-day life? It humbles his behavior towards people. It humbles your behavior towards people. Whether your authority is over a country, a business, cars, employees, a household, or their likes, a heart that has recognized and prostrated to Al-Malik, it just gushes with humility before its Lord. And the fruits of this show up on your dealings with people, as the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ behaved. On the day when Mecca was conquered, a man came to speak to him. And when this man's eyes fell on the Prophet ﷺ, he was just overcome by his awe, his aura. And he began to shake. So the Messenger ﷺ said to him, calm down. هون عليك, calm down. فإني لست بملك إنما أنا ابن امرأة من قريش كانت تأكل القديد. Relax, I'm not a king. I am just the son of a woman from Quraysh who used to eat dry meat. Allahu Akbar. I'm not a king. So believing in this name humbles us towards people. So knowing Al-Malik is to know that the money you count today was counted by hands before yours, will be counted by hands after yours. That your home was inhabited by people before you and will be inhabited by people after you. Knowing Al-Malik, therefore, it brings about inner humility by force. It leaves no room for self-admiration, selfishness, pride. It allows a person to be quick to accept an apology, to offer an apology, to give excuses to people who wrong you, to offer the benefit of the doubt, to show patience towards ignorant behavior, to be far more interesting in giving the rights of people than claiming your own. Being conscious of Al-Malik, therefore, humbles man. المؤمن المهيمن العزيز الجبار